I'm with David Kurk, our official matchday host. David, welcome to Inside London Scottish. We're just here really to talk about what's been a really eventful and emotional few months for you.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. It feels a bit strange being on this side of the microphone, as it were, not asking the questions. Yeah, I'm 55 years old. I'm 56 years old, actually. In April this year, I decided to go and get myself checked for no reason, really, other than my age, that for prostate cancer. And on June the 11th, I was told, I'll never forget this, it was at 2:53 that unfortunately, David, we found cancer. And I had no symptoms, and it was a really, life-changing moment. In fact, the hairs are standing on end on my arms right now. And it was probably the most scariest thing anyone's ever said to me. And I've since then been on a journey, and I'm delighted to say I've had the prostate removed. I had an amazing surgeon, amazing NHS, people, not the NHS, but you know what, absolutely incredible. And I'm now cancer-free. And I guess one of the things to say to people is go and get yourself checked. I really had no symptoms whatsoever. I just decided at my age I should go and do this, and thank heavens I did, because actually I have saved my life, certainly in terms of giving it much more life expectancy to myself. So as a result, I'm doing Movember.
Yes.
And I'm really, Movember are using me as a bit of an ambassador as our Prostate Cancer UK to talk about the journey that I've been on. Because I've successfully come through it, I guess, and a lot of people out there will have been doing the same thing. I've got a YouTube channel which talks about the journey I've been on, but Movember is amazing in terms of what they do. Now, one of the downsides of Movember means that I'm going to be shaved off on October 31st, and from November the 1st I'm going to be growing a moustache, and I'm being sponsored for it, and anybody can sponsor me. You can join my team. I've got a team up at Movember. We've raised over $2,000 in 2 weeks so far. I'm not sure if people want to see me with my face covered up. I'm not sure whether I'm going to go for Salvador Dali, Freddie Mercury, Village People, or what I'm going to be able to achieve. It might just look like Marmite on toast, you know.
What's your team? Is it Wasps Mobros?
It's Wasps Mobros, and apologies to all London Scottish members there, but as you would understand, I've got to hang it on something, and when I was doing it, that was the thing that came to mind, and Wasps were there getting behind it, and fantastic that London Scottish are getting behind it too. But let's put that aside for a minute, because actually, you know, there's a whole Aviva Premiership League going on, and Wasps Mobros are currently second behind Dylan Hartley's Front Mobros, and it doesn't matter who, we all want to beat Dylan Hartley, that's the thing, doesn't matter where you come from or what you do. But the important thing is actually what it does. It raises money, it raises awareness, and we men are really bad at going and finding out what's wrong with ourselves and checking ourselves out, and I'm just passionate about it now. And as I say, it's been the most scary 3 months of my life. I've been through an incredible time with some incredible people, and able to say, I've beaten cancer. And even now it seems strange, because there was nothing wrong with me. So when I went in for my operation, I didn't feel ill. Yeah. And I came out feeling worse than when I went in. But actually, as the surgeon said, the worst part on the whole journey is being told. And he was absolutely right. And, you know, there's some side effects you get, and compared to the alternative, do you know what? Hey, I'm alive. And that's a great thing to say.
Initially, why did you go for this checkup?
Well, as I say, there was no reason. I just decided, I thought, some people may know I had a heart attack 10 years ago, so I'm quite conscious of my health anyway. And I just thought, I should go and get myself checked. I read a lot about it in the press, and I just thought, well, I'm at the right age. You know, 1 in 8 men gets prostate cancer, which is a pretty scary fact. And if you go on the Movember.com, that's Movember.com website, there's a lot of facts and figures about it there. As I said, men are typically too scared to go and find out what's wrong with them. Had I not gone, I'd have carried on merrily for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and then been told, well, we're really sorry, you've got it, and it's spread. Yeah. It hasn't spread. You know, I've had all the scans, and it's been contained. And thankfully, that's the key, is catching it early and getting it dealt with.
And it's easy to go and get tested. You just go to your GP, or how does it work?
You go to your GP, tell them you'd like a test. They do a test, and you know, everybody knows what the test is, sort of the kind of thing. It's a digital rectal examination. They call it a DRE, and from that they may well give you a blood test and do a PSA level check. Unfortunately, there's no guarantee with any of the tests. It really is, you need to go and have all the tests to be absolutely certain. And because of a number of different tests I had, the first few were clear. but then it was ultimately they found that I had it, and I had it quite significantly. I had what they call was mildly aggressive. It's a bit like a curry, you know. It's either hot or it's not hot, but actually it's still a curry at the end of the day.
Yeah. And tell us how exactly we can come and sponsor you in Movember. What's the process? Okay,
you can go onto the internet, go to Movember.com. You can put in my name, David Kurk, K-U-R-K, just to emphasise, not K-I. I'm sorry, it's not the Scottish spelling, it's K-U-R-K. And you'll find my page there. Now, you can donate to me personally, or you can join the team. If you want to grow a moustache and do it yourself, join the Wasps Mo Bros. We've got some... Lewis Calder is the first London Scottish player out there. Jim Thompson's made a donation this week, which is great to see. You can either, as I say, you can either donate or you can become a member of the team. You can... And so, if you donate to me, it automatically goes to the team.
Yeah.
If you grow a moustache and join the team, any donation anybody makes to you will also go to the team. So it goes to sort of raising the whole amount that's or adding to the amount. So it's a great way of doing it. As I say, we're second in the Aviva Premiership League at the moment, behind Northampton, Dylan Hartley's Mo Bros. I think personally, I'm something like the fourth highest in the country at the moment.
Wow!
But it's not about winning or losing. This is about raising as much money. And I haven't set a target deliberately because you know what? There is no limit. The more money we can raise to find out and do more research about cancer, then the better it's got to be, and the equipment that they need to deal with it and so on. And I had a number of tests. I don't know how much money was spent on my personal case. I calculated from beginning to end, and by the way, it hasn't ended yet. I've probably been dealt with or seen by over 40 people.
Is that right?
And that's all on the NHS.
So, just in terms of how you're feeling now?
Yeah, I feel great. And I would encourage you actually, again, put in my name on YouTube. You can have a look at some of the videos. If you're a guy and you're a bit nervous, have a look, because I kept a blog. And really I did it because I looked at someone else's blog when I started going through this, because I was nervous and worried. And I kept a blog deliberately because I wanted people to see what it's like to go through the process. And you know what? It's not that bad. Yes, it's uncomfortable. It's not painful. Yes, it's quite scary. If I had said I wasn't scared, I wouldn't be telling the truth, because anybody who has a major operation where I ended up with 23 staples in my stomach, and it was a 2.5, 3 hour op. They'd be a liar if they said they weren't scared. But actually, the important thing about doing the blog was to make sure that people understood, there's a journey there, and it's easy to go through. It's difficult to take the pill that you've been told you've got it, but once you know, you can deal with it.
Kirky, thanks for joining us, and we're delighted you're on the road to full recovery.
Well, look, I'm delighted to be here. In fact, I'm delighted to be anywhere, frankly. But look, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. And please, you don't have to donate or anything, but I'd say to every guy out there, go and get yourself checked.